Are you ready for some Antonio Brown nonsense? All right, boys, the next thing we want to talk about, Antonio Brown has a tweet with 318,000 likes. That is viral. That's big time.
Yeah.
He's out here. So, it's actually kind of fucking funny.
Dude, that is fucking hilarious. That is hilarious.
Bucks eliminated. Okay, I have an interesting question. How do you think this affects his ability to play for another team in the NFL? Do you think it even does? Does this matter? Or is this going to give him the Kaepernick effect, I guess is the question.
Right.
For Kaepernick was kind of falling off, and then he was also kind of a locker room issue. And I'm not going to get into the whole politics side of it, but it was clear that he might have been able to play for a team. But I don't think a team wanted to take the risk on him.
I think
that's how I felt about Kaepernick.
I don't know if it's harder to relate them to because I think Antonio Brown's way better.
Currently, yes. Antonio Brown.
Kaepernick.
Antonio Brown is still really
right. So at that point, I don't think he was much of a loss.
He wasn't. He was better than some bench QBs.
Yes,
though. There were teams who could have benefited better from Kaepernick than like the Saints. He's better than Ian Book right now.
Before we've started doing a lot of NFL stuff together, I would have said there's no way he gets on a team. But you have made me realize that NFL teams don't really give a fuck.
If
about
you're really
shit.
good at football, they don't fucking care.
Yeah, so
they really don't. Think there are so many players you can think of. Fucking Ray Lewis. Yeah. Oh my God, Michael Vick.
Yeah.
Michael Vick went through all of that and then came back to football after.
Yeah.
And there are worse and worse and worse stories with less prolific players, players that weren't even that impactful. You think of Ray Lewis, one of the greatest of all time. You think of Michael Vick, one of the greatest of all time.
Right.
Those are just actual goats. One of the goats. But there's Richie Incognito. Richie Incognito, the guard right now for the Raiders, I believe. He threatened to kill his wife or what happened with Richie Incognito?
What the fuck?
Do you guys know the story I'm talking about? It was something insane happened with Richie Incognito. He wanted to. Oh my God. Okay, this is absolutely fucking insane. Okay, this story. Okay, actually, this is I don't want to say trigger warning because I don't want to sound like a huge pussy. But this story's fucked up, guys. So if you're not ready to hear some shit, click off.
Mute.
Yeah, just mute it. Police report. Richie Incognito wanted to cut off his dead father's head at funeral home. The former Bills, I believe he used to play for the Bills. He's very good. And now I believe he plays for the Raiders. Either way, the former Bills offensive lineman wanted to procure his father's head in order to research it.
What the fuck?
The latest Richie Incognito saga continues to take darker twists at each turn, with new information being revealed. The latest piece of information stemming from Incognito's run-in at a funeral home is the darkest. The former Bills offensive lineman wanted to cut his deceased father's head off. He was detained and arrested at a Scottsdale, Arizona funeral home.
Wait, what? Did you know that?
I didn't know it till right now. Me and Chase literally live in
What the fuck?
Scottsdale,
We live
Arizona,
here.
Where, Richie Incognito is looking to behead you.
Nice.
If you're interested, so you can study your brain.
I guess I'd want him on my team.
Yeah. And Richie Incognito, after that incident, is no longer with the Bills, and he gets signed by the Raiders, and it gets swept under the rug. You've never heard that story. No. I bet half of chat has never heard that story, and he's playing football again. So this begs a second question. If you are a good teammate in the locker room, but you do something outside of football that's really bad, it's definitely clear that NFL teams don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But I think when you kind of bring politics and actual drama into it, I think that is when teams give a fuck. Because if you were to compare them head to head, okay, Richie Incognito, that shit is horrifying.
Right.
That is horrifying. That screams a little bit of, potentially some mental health issues. I don't want to throw that word out there as if I know what I'm talking about because I don't.
Yeah.
But I think most people could look at that scenario and say, okay, most people wouldn't do that. That's pretty weird. That's horrible compared to what Antonio Brown has done. What Antonio Brown has done is be a drama queen. And that's it. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't committed any fucking crimes.
Yeah.
Really hasn't done that bad of shit. He's acted unprofessional in multiple settings. So if you compare them head to head, what Richie Incognito did is way worse. And yet he gets signed in a heartbeat. And we're really questioning if a team is willing to take a risk for Antonio Brown right now. So I think, number one, it's just an interesting dynamic that NFL teams give way more of a shit about your on-field antics than your off-field antics. You know, they'll hire fucking rapists and felons. They'll just sign him to their team.
Right.
But if you do some Antonio Brown, Colin Kaepernick shit, you're fucking blackballed from the league. I don't think Antonio Brown is going to get blackballed. I think he would get picked up by a team. But imagine seeing this as another NFL head coach.
Yeah.
You tell me Bruce Arians is a bad example because Bruce Arians is the one who fired him. Bruce Arians is the first guy I'd think of where he would see this shit on Twitter and he'd be like, fuck no. Or I think Belichick's another good example. Belichick would see this shit and be like, no, he's not playing for us.
True.
There's a lot of coaches in the league who would look at this and say, I don't give a fuck. And then there's coaches in the league who would look at this and be like, I don't give a fuck. He's going to win me a football game.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Would you want him on your team?
It just depends what type of coach you are. It depends how much of a shit you get. It depends how deep in the season is. I would late season add Antonio Brown as a weapon for the playoffs. I would not have him around for preseason. I would not have him in OTAs. I would not have him for the regular season.
Can you technically sign a player like whenever?
The Rams just signed Eric Weddle.
Yeah, so
There is a cutoff. I don't think you can sign before the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Maybe you can, but no, the Rams literally just got Eric Weddle, just randomly.
could say the Rams go to the Super Bowl? They're like, hey, Antonio Brown, we'll sauce you $200K if you want to hop on the team for the Super Bowl.
I think there has to be a cutoff.
That's what I'm saying. I would think so,
Really
but
Chad, do you guys know what the rules are surrounding that? I don't know. And if you go through the rest of his Twitter, go through the rest of his Twitter. Dude.
Yeah,
He's fucking wilding out.
Yeah, so
I mean, you're shitting on your former team, but for what?
He tags Bruce Arians in this. What is this about?
Antonio Brown was low-key right about everything. He's tagging Bruce Arians, saying Bruce Arians is a barbarian.
Yep. What's this? Is this Juju?
He's just making fun of Juju.
And then
I guess
what's going on here?
The Raiders organization was just fucking fuck. I don't get the point about Juju though. I think he's just being a dick. Or he's just a meme, He's just fucking memeing. Don't get it twisted. See, this is so weird though. Are you like I mean, maybe he's just like dicking around, but you're gonna tweet out publicly like, don't get it twisted. I love my team. I love my teammates. It was literally just the team is handling the situation. And then you're gonna tweet out your own team.
Bucks
You're
eliminated.
gonna make fun of your own fucking team on Twitter. Well,
Right.
not your own team anymore, but nobody was happier about the Buccaneers' loss than Antonio Brown.
I guess not, dude.
He was fuming though when like Scotty Miller was catching passes.
Yeah.
He's like, who the fuck is this guy?
Did Bruce Arians get in trouble for this?
Yeah, he got fined. He got fined like $50K.
Oof.
He got fined a pretty decent amount.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think I'd be mad if a football coach ever did that to me. I think some people
What Bruce Arians?
I think anybody who has played football doesn't think that's weird. And anybody who has not played football thinks what Bruce Arians did is super unprofessional.
Yeah, you're just super fucking soft if you think that is.
You are soft. Yeah, but you can't assume that everybody who watches and loves football has played football.
True. Right.
But if a coach came up to me and smacked the fuck out of me, like, I probably deserved it.
Yeah, exactly.
And also,
he was probably doing some dumb shit. He was probably saying some bad shit.
No, you can get a penalty for what he's trying to do. He's trying to pull the pile apart himself. You can't do that. It's a penalty.
Okay.
So Bruce Arians is saying, no, you fucking idiot. Don't do that. You're going to get a penalty. I don't have a personal problem at all with what Bruce Arians did.
So where do you think he would go if a team picks him up, Antonio Brown?
Well, there was a jersey swap in that reply, which was the Saints. People are talking about, the Saints. I think for Antonio Brown, especially, really, I think the only reason he ended up on the Buccaneers is because Tom Brady really likes him. That's why he was on the Patriots the year prior. Remember that?
Yeah.
It was basically like a Tom Brady calling him. I think what Antonio Brown is going to need to get on another team is somebody he knows wants to play with him, or he reaches out to somebody he knows and asks about the potential.
Like the Lamar Jackson thing.
That's fucking crazy. Pull up Lamar's Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but Lamar Jackson was hinting at some shit. This is a team that I could very actually realistically see Antonio Brown going to.
100%.
Wait, did he delete it? I screenshotted it.
It's right here,
It's
right?
right here. It's right here.
Yeah.
So you can see inside the quoted tweet here, Antonio Brown went on I Am Athlete and said he's ready to play with Lamar Jackson. Lamar quote tweets it with the devil emoji. I can totally see this team. I can see Harbaugh. Harbaugh is a ballsy coach. I think he's, as far as coaches in the league go, he's pretty fucking cool. I like Harbaugh a lot. I think Harbaugh is the type of coach that would accept a guy like Antonio Brown. Harbaugh has already proven that he's willing to do a lot of unorthodox things to win. I mean, if you look at what he's built with Antonio Brown, or not with Antonio Brown, what he's built with Lamar Jackson.
Right.
Lamar Jackson won the Heisman and was still taking the 32nd pick. Most teams in the current NFL meta have kind of abandoned the scrambler quarterback, the true like Mike Vick quarterback. You've got Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes who can still run, but it's kind of like this heavy pass 5-wide meta now. And he still does it. He gets that read option, super QB shit done.
Yeah, someone in chat said AB and Hollywood are related. Is that true?
I think you're full of shit. Both their last names are Brown.
I mean, they're working out together right here. I mean, that doesn't mean they're
Are
related.
Marquise Brown and Antonio Brown related? Marquise Brown is the younger cousin of wide receiver Antonio Brown.
Wow. Yeah, they are cousins. Yep.
What
Chat's saying that. Holy fuck. That's kind of big,
Dude,
honestly.
there's a picture here on Google Images. It's Lamar Jackson, Marquise Brown, and Antonio Brown. So first thing that came up.
Yeah, well, this like right here, this clip is all of them working out together.
Oh, well, that was last year.
Yeah, but it's just showing knowing that they already have like a relationship, you know, like they're already friends.
I think if I was a betting man, and I have an addiction, I think Antonio Brown's best landing spot right now is Baltimore. I don't see why not. Baltimore they need it. I do not like, actually, let me take that back. I fucking hate Baltimore's wide receiver group. Marquise Brown is very inconsistent. He's a very good wide receiver when he's very good, and he's actual dog water when he's not.
Yeah.
Super inconsistent.
Yep.
They've got, I think, Bateman and Duvernay, who I think are both mediocre at best, and Andrews obviously is very good. They need an Antonio Brown. I would
That
like to
shit
see
would be
that.
fucking insane.
Although I think what Baltimore needs is a meaty wide receiver. I think if you get Antonio Brown, you kind of just get another Marquise Brown.
Yeah.
I think what the Ravens would really benefit from is like Kenny Galladay, a Detroit Lions Kenny Galladay, not Giants.
They need like a Mike Evans type.
A Mike Evans, yes. But whatever. I mean, not that it matters. Not that you can't really play God. This would be really fun.